Hey guys, this is the first lesson out of the Ready Math textbook, and this is going to be an an introductory video on what a base 10 system is. So this is going to be really basic, short and sweet. All right, now the question that we are going to concentrate on for the next few minutes is how is place value related to the number 10? Now the number 10 is very important when we talk about place value. You need to remember the number 10, okay? Now, our society uses a number system called a base 10 system. That means that when we talk about place value, any number in our place value follows a pattern. That pattern is based on the number 10. Now, these place value models you have seen probably all the time since you've been in school. You have the cube, which looks like this, okay? Now, the cube represents 1,000, okay? So whenever you see this cube, it's equal to 1,000. All right? You also have what we call the flat. The flat is worth 100. Now, why is it worth 100? Well, because there are 100 of these little unicubes there. Okay? So we have the cube is 1,000. The sheet is 100. This is a rod. The rod is worth 10 because, once again, it has 10 unicubes. And then you have your little old unicube. All right, so we have, once again, 1,000 with a cube, 100 with a sheet, 10 with a rod, 1 with the cube. But here's where the 10 comes into play, the base 10. You have 1,000 of these blocks. Okay, these are unicubes. But guess what? Inside this cube are 10 sheets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 sheets, okay, times 100 right here equals 1,000. So 10 sheets is equal to 1 cube. Now you see how we get the base 10? We did 100 because we're taking the 100 sheets and we're putting the 10 sheets together to equal 1,000. So that means 1,000 is 10 times larger than 100. Or you could say 100 is 1/10 the value of 1,000. Now, let's look at the sheet. Now, like I said before, the sheet is called a sheet because it represents 100 because it has 100 of these little cubes. But if we go back to what we did before with the base 10, how many rods do you think is in this sheet of 100? Remember, a rod has 10. So what times 10 gives me 100? If you said 10, you're right, because there are 10 rods in a 100 sheet. You're not cooperating with me. So there are 10 of these rods in one sheet. Okay? So one sheet is equal to 10 rods. Now, if we're going to go on with this pattern, we have our 10 rod. All right? Now, our 10 rod is going to have how many unicubes? Well, just think. If this rod is equal to 10, how many unicubes will it have? 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means there are 10 unicubes in one rod. So that means A rod, which looks like this, is 10 times larger than the cube. Okay? But the rod itself is 1/10 of the size of the flat because it takes 10 of these flats to make one sheet. So you have a system, a base 10 system right there. Now, let's look at this problem real quick at the bottom. And now we're going to look at the value. The value. There is only one cube inside that block, so that means it's equal to 1,000. If there was 3 cubes, then the number would be 3,000. Okay? There is 100 sheet. There is 1 rod and 1 unit. So if we were to have to do this in expanded form, you would have 1,000 plus 100 plus a 10 plus 1. And if you were to add these together, some people still need to do this. So 1,000 plus 100 plus 10 plus 1. And you get 1,111. 1,111. Now that is an introduction to a base 10 system. Real quick, real sweet, and to the point. I just wanted to make sure that you understood how the number 10 is related to everything else. Remember, this cube, which is 1,000, is 10 times larger than the sheet. This sheet is 10 times larger than the rod, and this rod is 10 times larger than the unit. Stay tuned for more on this lesson.